multiverse.
Psychoanalysis.
A psychologist psychoanalyzing himself in the mirror every day is unusual, thought Barnes. In fact, he did stare in the reflecting mirrors almost daily for a long time. He swore he saw other worlds and beings around himself. He even saw the devil in himself. Staring into the mirror, his eyes would look normal, but suddenly they would show a hint of evil.
My evil. Do I have a demon inside myself?
Julius dared to look into the mirror, into his soul, to find out what inner dark secrets and the surrounding dimensions might have to show. Julius felt alone, but at peace while in his hotel room.
Is there a soul underneath all that flesh?
He thought.
Am I just another organism competing for resources? Food, water, shelter, safety on this planet with everything else that creeps and crawls? Or am I just another predator on this planet to bring balance to nature? Perhaps God brought the alien entity to prey upon humans to bring balance to the imbalance they caused in nature.
After all, humans were doing a good job at destroying the planet. More species of animals and plants became extinct under humans than any other time period excluding natural disasters. Humans had contributed to massive global warming and climate change that continued to multiply disaster, extreme weather, and destruction of the planet. Scientists knew that our time on this planet was limited. In less than 10 years, the permafrost would melt, releasing unmentionable quantities of carbon that would accelerate the global heating. This planet could not sustain the human population, and they agreed to compete against each other for more resources, while stealing from the poor and vulnerable.
Maybe this new human predator was a good thing,
thought Barnes.
We need to reduce the human impact on the environment.
A thunderous roar of loud knocks from the hotel room door startled Julius. He had been in deep focus and concentration, still staring into the bathroom mirror. His eyes hallucinated scenes around him in the mirror, including demonic creatures. The noise of a stranger at the door broke his meditation, and he became physically irritated deep inside his stomach.
Room service,
announced the kitchen waitstaff outside his door. Julius peeked outside his door to see a well-dressed Caucasian man standing next to a rolling cart of metal objects and other items. Julius opened the door and allowed his food to be set up in the room. The waiter was dressed in a fancy hotel blazer and wore a red bow tie. He methodically arranged the dinner setting with white-gloved hands at the table in the dining area. Julius had ordered chicken cordon bleu with a side of asparagus smothered in hollandaise sauce. After signing his ticket and closing the door behind the waiter, Dr. Julius Barnes stared at the artful arrangement of his dinner. He noticed that a flower was placed on the table next to his cutlery, so he lifted it up to his nose to smell it and then placed it back on the table. Something did not feel quite right to him. The chicken smelled rancid and spoiled, as if it had been left out to thaw, put back in the freezer, and taken back out again. The ham inside the chicken smelled like the stinky farm pig that Julius had remembered from his youth. The meaty smells from the dinner plates triggered fear and anxiety in his mind. That smell. He did not like the smell of his food that was standing, untouched, on his dining table. Julius left his food and drifted back to the mirror, to reflect upon himself and meditate again. but his stomach kept growling with hunger. He had half a mind to call the kitchen and ask them to take the meal back, because the smell did not suit him.
What is wrong, sir?
Answered the waiter after Julius had dialed, once again, the room service.
The food smells weird.
Replied Barnes. The waiter replied,
Did you taste the food?
No, but it smells rancid.
Replied Barnes.
I'm sorry, sir, but we are a 5-star restaurant with higher reviews. We can make you a different dish, but if you have not even tried sampling it, I cannot justify a refund.
Responded the snobby waiter.
My per diem for food is only $65 a day.
Complained Barnes.
And this meal, including your tip, cost me $62.
You have your own bills to pay. Suck it up. Cupcake.
The waiter chastised Julius before he hung up on him. In his fantasy. Julius decided to just confront his fear and eat his dinner. His hands jittered when he sliced through the chicken on his dinner plate. A chorus of children screaming. Entered his ears as he saw his chicken turn into the severed head of a boy with worms crawling out.
Please see me.
Pleaded the kid as he rolled his eyes toward Dr. Barnes. Immediately, Julius slammed the metal lid back on his dinner place. He crawled under his bed covers to hide and cry. The bed and security of being covered and safe from threats comforted him for a while until he calmed down. Then he looked back at his dinner setting and heard a chorus of children laughing and moaning in pain. Julius opened his hotel room door and placed the dinner plates, untouched, outside the hallway.
Stop.